Hi again, this is Yuki from Rupert Musical Instruments, and in this episode I'd like to explain and show you how to change the mode on the Acouswitch Junior. So, let's start this.
First, let's change a mode. This procedure works for changing the operation mode of the AB switch and for changing the mode of the mute loop boost switch. In this example, I'll show how to change it on the AB switch. Disconnect the Acouswitch Junior from the power supply. Keep the AB switch pressed. Connect the Acouswitch Junior to the mains supply by plugging the power supply plug into the fitting input jack. The LED above the AB switch now flashes a sequence of different flashing signals. Depending on the flashing signal that is shown at the moment you release the switch, you choose a specific mode. The selected mode will stay even when you disconnect your Acouswitch Junior from the power supply until you set another operating mode. The modes for the AB switch are Classic mode, Electroacoustic mode, Teacher's mode. The modes for the mute loop boost switch are Mute mode, Loop mode, Boost mode, Loop boost mode. Now I explain the different modes. There are 3 available modes for the right foot switch: the classic mode, the electroacoustic mode, and the teacher's mode. In classic mode, input A and B are switched alternately, so B is muted when A is on and vice versa. If input A is selected, the LED above the foot switch will shine blue. If instrument B is activated, the LED will light up white. The outputs line out and the eye out are always on, so the selected instrument signal is always routed to both outputs. In electroacoustic mode, as in classic mode, the 2 instruments are switched alternately, so B is muted if A is on and vice versa. The special feature of this mode is that each input is exclusively assigned to an output. The respectively other output will then be muted. Instrument A, which is supposed to be an acoustic instrument, will then be routed to the DI out. Instrument B, an electric guitar for example, will be solely routed to the line out, which could be connected to a guitar amp for example. In teacher's mode there is now a mixing function. If the LED shines blue, both inputs are selected and will also be routed to both outputs. So 2 instruments can be amplified simultaneously and connected, for example with a guitar amp via line out and with a mixer via DI out. This way, 2 players can use the same amp, for example a teacher and a student. If you switch now and the LED shines white, only input B will be active and routed to both outputs. In teacher's mode, the mix function also allows to use 2 pickup systems for the same instrument simultaneously and mix, boost, switch and filter them with the Acouswitch Junior. Often this is used if an instrument has a mic and a piezo pickup. For the left foot switch, there are 4 different modes. In mute mode, the serial effects loop and the boost are active when the LED is off. When the LED shines blue, all will be muted. In loop mode, the mute loop boost button affects only the loop function. The serial effects loop is active when the LED shines blue. The boost function is always active. In this configuration, the mute loop boost button has no mute function. In boost mode, the foot switch affects only the boost function. The serial effects loop is active whether the instrument signal is boosted or not. In this configuration, the foot switch also has no mute function. In loop boost mode, the button switches the serial effects loop along with the booster. In this configuration, the foot switch has no mute function. When the LED shines blue, the boost function is selected, as is the serial effects loop. If the LED is off in loop boost mode, boost function and effects loop are off.
I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next and last episode, I'll show you some examples of possible setups. If you have any further questions, just send us a mail. You'll find the address down below in the description box. Bye and see you soon.